Hey guys, Rebecca here, and whipping up some gluten-free pancakes. So I thought I'd share the recipe with you guys. It's a real easy, simple recipe. Throw together on a Saturday, Sunday morning, and then you can actually make enough to go through the entire week. So this recipe, I doubled it. So it's gonna make 14 pancakes. 2 pancakes is a serving, so this is enough to make enough pancakes for 7 days for one person. So plenty. They reheat really easily in the oven or in the toaster oven, so no big deal on that. So I've got all of my ingredients laid out here. You can't see them yet, but I'll show them to you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a medium-sized bowl, and you're gonna need a whisk. So in here, we're gonna put in 3 cups of gluten-free all-purpose flour, right there. Put that in. Then I've got 6 teaspoons of gluten-free baking powder. Add that right on top. Then I've got 2 dashes, 2 pinches, no more than, quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon of sea salt. Just gonna put that in there. And this is all of our dry ingredients. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna whisk all of these dry ingredients together so that the salt and the baking powder is all distributed between the flour. So that way we can get a good rise on our pancakes. So mix that all in there and blend that together, and then we're just gonna sit this off to the side. We're gonna take our larger bowl here, and what we've got is 3 cups of unsweetened almond milk. I'm gonna pour that right in here. We're gonna do all the wet ingredients, and then what we'll do is we'll add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. So 3 cups of unsweetened almond milk, 2 eggs, 2 large organic eggs, right? 5 tablespoons of melted organic, lightly salted butter. There we go. We've got 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. And then we have either maple syrup, so you get 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or 2 tablespoons of raw honey. I have raw honey in here. So when I measure it out, I always put it into plastic because it's easier to get into the bowl so I don't make a big old mess. Then I just cut the plastic with my scissors and let the honey just drain right on in. This way I get the closest to my 2 tablespoons measurements that I can, so it doesn't all get stuck in the bottom of my measuring spoon. All right, so there's all those ingredients, and then we're just gonna take that whisk and we're gonna whisk all these together. When you start whisking, you always wanna whisk from the middle and kind of make your motions a little bit bigger so that you don't end up splashing yourself with your batter, which still happens from time to time for me. And just keep whisking until it all comes together, those egg yolks break and get all incorporated into the liquid. All right, so that is all there together, perfect. And then we're just gonna add in the dry ingredients. And this is especially important for whisking from the middle when you're doing the dry ingredients. Otherwise, you'll end up with the powder all over you. So just do small little circles in the middle, kind of like you're making like a volcano, I guess is a good description of just whisking it all together. And just gradually make your circles a little bit bigger, and you'll incorporate all that flour and not end up with flour all over you. Plus you get a pretty good arm workout while you're whisking, which is always a benefit. And then once you've got it pretty well incorporated, you see I still have a whole bunch of flour around the outside. Once you got it pretty well incorporated, you can start making your motions a little bit bigger and use the bowl and twist in that flour. And see, I still shot flour out. No matter what, I always get a little bit on the floor. And then you want to give it a good whisk and make sure you get all those lumps out. So put your muscles into it and whisk. There we go. So now we have beautiful batter that just took, no more than 4 minutes or so to throw together. There's some batter right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to move directly over to my skillet. I have a nonstick skillet on here, already heated to medium, so it's nice and warm. You don't need any oil or anything. I'm just going to fly you guys all the way across. And here we're going to make our pancakes. So I'm going to stand you guys up a little bit. There you go. You've got a nice view of the pan. I got my batter that I'm going to sit right here. I've got a little 1/4 cup measuring cup right here. So all we're going to do, take your 1/4 cup batter, plop it right onto your heated nonstick skillet, and you should be able to get about 3 or 4 in your pan depending on how big your pan is. And you're going to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on this first side until you get that nice brown crust that you want, which is why you want your pan nice and hot already. So you can just make a nice little crust with the batter. Dump it right on there. I'm going to get 4 beautiful ones in here. Barely. So just a little 1/4 cup is what I use for a measuring tube. Some people have those batter things, which are great. I don't own one of those. So I'm just gonna get a paper towel to put this on so I don't make a big old mess. You guys are in charge of watching the pancakes. All right. And then I have my handy dandy pancake flipper. I'm gonna let these cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, and what you'll start to see is, I'll see if I can get you guys a little bit closer. There we go. Sometimes it's about getting the right angle there. These will start to actually bubble up, and it'll make it so it looks like it's kind of, bubbles are popping, and then I'll tell you it's time to flip it over. So it's going to be about 2 to 3 minutes. You can always set a timer. And there goes the camera. Yep, definitely not a camera woman, that's for sure. Let's see if we can get that stand a little bit better. There's our pancakes. And they'll start to, you almost see them start to rise instantly and get a little bit fluffier. This is a nice pancake. Like I said, it's gluten-free, it's light, it's careful. If you are following the 21-day fix or any of the Beachbody programs with the boxes, this 2 pancakes counts as 1 yellow box. And then of course I have my purple boxes all set. We've got raspberries and strawberries today all chopped up in our boxes to go on top of our pancakes. And then we're gonna mix it with a little bit of peanut butter, and Pablo's gonna have some eggs on the side with his, so I gotta make his sunny side up eggs. So these are looking beautiful. They can just see how fluffy they look. And the recipe is so easy to throw together, and like I said, what you'll be able to do is make all this entire batch of batter, which should make about 14 pancakes. Make them all, put them into a plastic container. Once they're cool, make sure they are cool completely. Put them into a plastic container and then keep them in your refrigerator, and you will have perfect pancakes every morning. Get up in the morning and throw them in your toaster oven, or for me, I broil them in my oven because I don't have a toaster oven. So I'm just going to check the base of these. So to check the base, kind of just want to lift from the side and see if it'll let you. And it's not quite, it's starting to form a beautiful crust, but it's not quite cooked all the way through the way I want to. So we're going to let those sit there for a few minutes and get them taken care of. And while that happens, I'm going to clean up a little bit because I can't stand a mess in the kitchen. All right, so all my dishes are stacked. Let's see how these beautiful pancakes are starting to look. And you can start to see, they'll almost start to get a little film on the side here. I hate to say the word film, but that's a good description. Where it starts to harden a little bit, which is exactly what you want to do. I'm going to turn my skillet up to medium high. I want these to cook a little bit faster. And they're starting to bubble. All right, here's the good part. Here's the bubble right there. That's what we want to see. It's going to start bubbling up, and then it's going to make it so that we can flip them and have beautiful, fluffy, fabulous pancakes. Yay! All right, let's see if we can flip them. Let's see if it's early enough or late enough. Woo! Beautiful brown crust. You see how it just puffed right up as soon as I flipped it? It means it was exactly where I wanted it to be. Yes, nice and firm. That's what we want. So what I'm going to do is need to move this one away just a little bit. I am not the expert pancake flipper. This is not my talent at all. All right. So once we get this batch done, that's how you guys make this amazing pancake recipe. So you've got the recipe, you got the pan. I'm going to finish these 4 and enjoy these. And then you guys, I'll finish the rest of the batter, and then Pablo and I will have 14 pancakes set and ready for the entire week. Makes it nice and easy for us. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. It's a nice gluten-free pancake recipe. Give it a try and let me see what your pancakes look like. Hopefully they come out good. Bye guys.